Okay, so this is a new venture of mine. I've never done any of this before, um, but let's do Let's Play of Breath of the Wild. I've played this game once on normal mode, and then once again on master mode, and I beat pretty much everything. I haven't gotten Korok seeds or all the way, because you have to be crazy to do that. But I've done Trial of the Sword, both master and normal mode, and I like this game a lot, to the point where I figured, why not record it and go a different route that I've never gone before. Set some rules for myself to play through, and see what I can come up with, what kind of game comes out of it. So this being my first venture into anything with recording games or YouTubing. I mean, I've done montages in the past, but that's with VHSs. None of this stuff. I'm going to eventually get better at the editing as we go through. I do want to have skips every time a video comes up, so kind of like this. So it's so strange. Zelda's the one that wakes him up, but how does she know that he's ready? Was it like a timer? Who knows?
That
It always bothers
is a
me.
Sheikah slate. Take it.
I don't
It will
want to take
help
it.
guide you after your long slumber.
So I'm not going to be reading any of the stuff, like any of the prompts and stuff. If you want to read it, go for it. I'll pretty much just read it in my head and just keep going. I'm not going to spam the buttons to read everything, because if this is your first time watching this game playthrough, I want to give you the opportunity to read them all. It's going to come to a point where I'm going to have to do some farming outside of the normal gameplay, in which case I'll probably skip that to save your sanity of going through and grabbing a bunch of money that takes a couple hours of just grinding. So I'm just going to skip that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's just going to be me going through the world, and I'm going to try to make it nonstop of I want to say action, but it's not always going to be action. This is probably one of the best iterations of Zelda that I've played, and the open world that is given, there's just so many ways of doing things that this is another reason why I wanted to play this
Link,
a third time.
you are right.
This time going through a way that I never thought about before. So
Must shine upon Hyrule.
some of the main goals that I have, I want to minimize fast traveling, basically because fast traveling can kind of be a cheat in my eyes. I mean, I know it's built into the game for you to do it, and they intended you to use it to spare you from getting bored and stuff. But what I noticed through my 2 playthroughs was it got to a point where I wasn't getting the resources that I needed for some of the armor sets, or for cooking, or for quests, and it was mainly because I kept just hopping from place to place and not really experiencing the world, which is, I mean, this view pretty much tells you you should be able to just traverse this world on foot or on horseback or eventually on motorcycle. So that way you can experience it through Link's eyes, which actually brings me to the next point, which is one of the main things that I'm going to do with this Let's Play is ask the question of what would Link do in that situation? Would Link go through and fast travel everywhere, or would he go through all the dungeons first? You know, would he get all the shrines first? What would he do? And so I've thought about this for a while, and I've come to the conclusion that I think that Link would have wanted to gather his full strength before he faced anybody. That's what I think. If I had the legendary Master Sword, wouldn't you want that back? And so first, I mean, yeah, you have to find it, which I already know where it is, and so that's not a bad thing. But there is a requirement that you need to get in order to get the Master Sword, which is 13 hearts. Right now we only have 3. And so the way I was thinking about this playthrough was to first get enough hearts to get the Master Sword back. And once you get the Master Sword back, then you have the trials. The trial of the sword will get your sword up to 100%. And so then that would be my next goal would be to power up the Master Sword. After that, then it's just going to be getting the shrines. Getting to 13 hearts, you're going to get to a lot of shrines to begin with, but yeah, we should focus on shrining. But then again, once I get the Master Sword, I could just go through dungeons as well. And so the order of the dungeons that I want to go through are going to be the camel first. Then it's going to be, so that's the desert. Then it's going to be the gecko, which is the fire area in the volcano. Then the elephant, which is water, and then the easiest temple, in my opinion, or dungeon, which is the birds. And so that's going to be the order that we're going with. Sorry, let me just skip this. I wasn't really paying attention. And then after that, then it's the 5th dungeon to get the motorcycle and fully power up all of the power-ups, which is another thing is I think that the power-ups that you get at the end of each dungeon, especially Rivali's Gale, it can kind of dumb the game a little bit. And so if I can get through most of this game, getting the Master Sword and going through all these things without any of those power-ups, I think it'd be a little bit more of a challenge. Granted, it's not as much of a challenge of doing it through Master Mode, which is why I'm doing it through Normal Mode. But yeah, it's just going to be one of those rules that I'm going to imply on myself. Another one is I'm going to try to keep these things to about an hour in length, because playing for over an hour can, especially watching for over an hour, I can only imagine. I've actually watched a lot of Let's Plays that were, some episodes were like 2 hours long, and I'm like, oh man, this is just way too long for one sitting. And so that's why I decided to just limit myself to just an hour a day. I'm going to try to make these a daily thing. Do I really want that apple? It's not that. Actually, I have a woodcutter's axe. Let's just get some wood while we're at it. Because we're going to need that later on. And our first enemy should be coming up here. There he is. So I've only played through this game twice, which means there's a lot of stuff that I don't know still. There's a lot of techniques that I don't know. I'm constantly finding new things to do with this game. I don't remember most of the shrines. I don't remember most of the... come on. I don't remember most of the, like, what items you get when you get this, or what shrine has the rubber suit, you know. I don't remember that kind of stuff, just because, like I said, I've only played it a few times. I'm actually amazed at how little health I lost after that hit. I'm so used to master mode. But here's a Korok, so let's grab this guy. So there are 900 of these guys, and there is no way that I'm going to get all of them. Simply because I don't have that kind of time. We are going to be focusing on them, just because you can get a lot of benefits out of collecting those seeds. So if I see them, I'm going to stop by and do it. Just like shrines. If I see a shrine, I'm doing the shrine. I forgot I don't have a paraglider. And I don't have bombs either yet, so I have to come back with that one. Can I climb that? I think there is a bow and arrow somewhere. This guy has a decent weapon. Another thing is I'm going to try to use the best weapons I have available at the time. Which, now that I said that, I should probably switch to this guy. Let's see what's in here. I remember there was a chest here, but yeah, cool. Bow and arrow. That's good. And we need some arrows, which I think there are some here. That was a lucky shot. First go, but nothing in there. Wow, that was a lucky shot. Okay. Let's head over to this tower. I only have 5 arrows. We won't need these anytime soon. I haven't done the beginning of this game so many times. It's so long ago that I forget how little stuff that you have when you start. Like no paraglider to just paraglide down over here and do this thing. Okay, I thought they heard me for a second. So what we'll try. I've actually never done this one before. There we go. There's so many ways to approach these things, and in normal mode you can pretty much go around and do whatever you want. Master mode, at this point of the game, you're running away from a lot of stuff. Come here. There you go, thank you. Ooh, another bow, that's good. Oh, more than just that. Cool. Oh yeah, and then it's one of the annoying things about Let's Plays that I find is the people that are playing, obviously, they can't see everything. I'm not going to see everything that I... Ooh, a bat. I really like the bat. Ooh. Come on. And so there's going to be stuff that I miss. And that's just going to happen. I apologize for that in advance. I can't see everything at the time I'm playing, because when you're playing, you're focusing in different spots than when you're watching. When you're watching, you can see the whole screen because you're not focusing as much as the person that's playing. So I'm going to try my best to catch everything. So then, going back to fast traveling, so this tower actually activates the fast travel, which I'm going to use it. It's just going to be very sparingly, only to certain locations, for example, stables or cities. And then I don't want to fast travel to a tower. The tower gives you an unfair advantage, in my opinion, to the spirit of the exploration of the game. Because I can fast travel to a tower and then paraglide down from that tower to go do something. If I need to go in a tower, I should just go climb it instead. That's a self-imposed rule that I'm making for this Let's Play, to just kind of try to give it more of an exploration thing. Who knows, after, a couple or 100 hours or so, I might get sick of that rule and just throw it away and not do it. But for the time being, I'm going to try my best to do it. I had a buddy of mine that tried the no fast travel rule, and yeah, that gets old really quick because this is a big game. That's why this time I'm just not doing a no fast travel, but I am limiting the fast travel. And I will be using some guides to find certain shrines, because like I said, there's 120 shrines. I'm not going to remember it. I mean, I do want to get 120 shrines before I face Ganon. Ganon is the last thing you do in this game, because there's nothing after that. After that, the game just reloads to your battle before Ganon.
Its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link, before it's too late.
So this is probably the most dangerous part in the game, and it's getting down from the freaking tower. Was there something I was supposed to do here? I think I'm supposed to walk this way. Oh, here it is. Duh. Okay. Yep, and that's... So without the paraglider, these parts can get really dangerous. I've died so many times coming down this tower because if you clip on one of the sides, Link just falls straight down instead of going down into the next platform. There's a tiny little gap between the two platforms, and you can fly straight through them and straight to the bottom. I'm kind of looking forward to actually go through and kill these guys. I remember when I did master mode on this, having to avoid them like the plague. And there's just such low level guys too, but because you're so weak yourself. I just remembered I should probably put on the somewhat armor that I got. Alright, so let's go and do these 4 shrines. So these first 4 shrines are essentially the getting of your stuff that you're going to be using the rest of the game. So it's going to be bombs, magnesis, I always forget the other 2, Cryonis, and the last one was, did I say stasis? I don't remember. Oh, too far. Alright, let's just go. Pick up these goodies. Come on, give me this goodie. Oh, you have a bow and arrow. Oh, okay. It's all good. So these monster parts are good to pick up because you can essentially do some with them. There's no limit to the types of items that you can carry, except for weapons, shields, and bows. But everything else you can pretty much carry as much as you want. There's no fish over there. I think I saw one over there. No. Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, no paraglider. Forgot about that again. Oh, and so what you do to collect more hearts and stamina is you go through the shrines. As at the end of every shrine, there's a spirit orb. Every 4 spirit orbs, you get the chance to do to have more stamina or to have more health. And so that's another bit of open worldness to this, is you can decide what you want. What do you want? Do you want more stamina? Do you want more health? And so with that, I think what I'm going to do is first get a couple more hearts, because 3 hearts is a little too mediocre. We need more, a little bit more for that, because once you get to some higher level enemies, one shot and they kill you. And so probably build up a couple hearts, and at the same time we'll just oh, I probably shouldn't have skipped that out. I'll not skip the next one. I'll probably alternate between hearts and stamina until I have like 4 or 5 hearts, and then after that we'll do stamina till we get to two full wheels of stamina instead of just the one. And then after that we focus directly on hearts so that we can get that master sword. Having the 2 wheels of stamina should be enough for pretty much most of the things you do. After that it's kind of just fluff, which is nice to have, and we'll get that once we get the rest of the shrines. So this is the, I don't know, I didn't read that. I don't know which shrine this is. We'll figure it out because they'll give it to us right now. Which rune are we getting? I want to say magnesis because of the magnets on the floor, but, or rather the metallic objects on the floor, not the magnets. There we go. I don't know why I fell in there. There's nothing over here. Okay, good. I would like those parts. Yeah, I'm gonna be an item collecting junkie with this game as much as I can, because it is important to have them. Every shrine has a treasure chest, and so you want to try to get them all. And you're going to see this a lot, where you go for the chest and you find out that, oh yeah, it's full. Your inventory's full. You need to drop something and grab something else. So I'd rather go with the better bow than the crappier one. Oh, I don't need that. That's it for this. Alright, so I'm going to go through this one. I'm not going to skip this. And then all the other ones I will skip, because they're exactly the same. Oman Au. I wonder what language they base the names of the Sheikah. It's probably somewhere on the internet. Yeah, so this first episode we'll probably just get maybe a couple of the shrines, and then the next episode we'll finish it off. Because there is some other stuff that we need. I am going to collect the Worm Double. I know some people have done it without it, but I am going to collect it. I'm going to do it the way where you climb up that mountain instead of making the food for him. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, well, you'll find out. Right, so that animation, you pretty much get it 120 plus times. With the DLCs, there's some, I think there's 4 more shrines. So, there we go. First shrine knocked out. We got magnesis now, so we can grab stuff from the bottom of the water. Anything that's magnetic. And there's a lot of magnetic stuff in this game. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy. He's got my paraglider. Or rather, I'm going to steal his paraglider because he's going to give it to me. Whether he likes it or not. Paraglider, please. Paraglider, please. Oh. That wasn't the deal. Teach you a trick. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck me, really. Yeah, this is where he actually wants you to fast travel. This is where they're showing you fast traveling. What would Link do? This would overrule my no fast travel, but at the same time, should I fast travel? I'm sure there's people that have done this without fast traveling. So I've gone through ways of beating this game where I would just sell the gems that I'd find, and then I'd always run into issues later when I would have to upgrade armor or stuff like that. So this time around I'm going to try not to sell as many gems and actually sell the food, because food is plentiful in this game, and if you make certain types of food, they get actually more expensive to sell, so you can make some money off of them. Oh, it's my controller doing that. So I'm using the Pro controller. And other times I've actually just pretty much exclusively used the handheld bits for this game, because I used to play a lot in handheld mode. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Let's set it down here and grab it long ways. There we go. So yeah, this time around, since I'm doing this docked and capturing through HDMI, I figured may as well use the Pro controller, just because it's going to be more comfortable to use. The Pro controller is actually pretty decent in this game. There's a Korok right there, so we'll grab this. I'm just going to climb the tower instead of the fast traveling. It won't take too long, and it'll maintain my rule. It'd be funny if I were to explain the rule, and then first opportunity where I could live by it, I say, no. I wonder what that boulder does. Let's see if I can get these butterflies. No, too far away. This one maybe. Oh, nope. Oh well. Okay. Up this massive tower. After I grab some fish. There we go. Yeah, so this game's full of distractions. You can set a goal to do something, and then, 3 seconds later, you're like, oh yeah, that shiny object over there, let's go grab that. And that's one of the things about this game. It makes it cool, but at the same time, you're like, man, wasting a lot of time doing these things. Okay, let this charge up a bit, and then let's head up this way. Actually, I think that's the... No, it's not. It's over here. And there it is. Oh my god. Do. There we go. No fast travel, that's good. Yes, I did. No, I remember. Yes, I do. This was probably one of the best inventions of the game as well, is to mark the pinpoints. One of the things I want to try to do is have the pinpoints kind of tell me where I'm going to be going. I think there's like 6 that you can have. So we'll mark the oh, okay. Do I have to keep talking? No, okay, good. So we'll mark the ones that we need to get to for this plateau. That's 1, 2, and where's the third one? I think the third one's over there. Oh yeah, duh, it's right here. This will just give us general directions of where we need to go, and I'm going to be using that for keeping track of where I need to be going for the rest of these episodes. Alright, second time down this tower. And I think here's another part where they encourage you to do fast travel. And I refused. It's gonna be nighttime soon. Thankfully there's no Lionels in the plateau on normal mode. So that's another good one. Let's get this tower in here too, because we should probably go there as well and get that tower. So I want to lean towards going towards the desert for most of my exploration, just because I've never done that at the beginning of the game. The game kind of pushes you towards the water temple first, or Varudanya, I think is her name. It's the elephant, and so I always, well, when I first played the normal mode, that's what I did, and then the second time I went, I did not. I actually went to the eagle first, or I don't remember his name. And Valmeadow, I think that's the name. Which gives you Rivali's Gale, which I used thoroughly through Master Mode, because hey, it's a strategy. I use that strategy. Oh, there's a beetle there. And so this time, I since I'm avoiding getting the bonuses from beating the dungeons, I want to try to lean towards a different area I've never been to before. I do know that... Oh, crap. Alright, let's try a shield parry. Nope. No. Really? How come I can't? Oh. Oh, died. First of many. Yeah, so the shield parries are probably one of my weaker parts of playing, is getting the timing right on a lot of these things. I'm not the best gamer in the world. I've been playing games for a while, but let's see, what do I have? Do I have those frogs? Where do we leave off at? I don't have the frogs. Okay. Did they really just drop me right in front of? Okay. So maybe let's avoid this for a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna need a lot of these keys parts. Oh, and there's a treasure chest over there. This is part of the DLC. And we are going to take this treasure chest. There's a couple of things that... oh, and I haven't mentioned one thing. I will mention it right after this. Is this kind of stuff, it's cute, you know, and so I'm not against getting it because it's not. I mean, it's not like you're cheating. You're just wearing a Switch shirt, you know. It's not gonna help you. It's a level 1 defense, so it's not gonna bonus you in any way by having it. And that brings me to my next point, which is about amiibos. So amiibos, you can buzz them in to get certain weapons and armor and like Epona and stuff like that. So when I first played the game, I explicitly said no to all that, just because it's kind of cheating. When you activate an amiibo, you do get some bonuses out of it. You get some mushrooms or some meat or some arrows or some weapons, and so it kind of feels like a little bit of cheating. And so that being said, I do have 2 amiibos that I do want to use, and it's mainly because their main benefits that you get out of them are just looks or skins, you know. So one of them I have is the Ocarina of Time Link, which it's him with the Ocarina of Time, and when you activate that, you have the chance of getting the Tunic of Time, which is one of my favorites because Ocarina is probably one of my favorite Zelda games, not including this. And the other one I have is the Rider Link, which is from this game, Link on horseback. And the main thing you get out of that is the traveler's saddle and bridle for the horse. So no real bonuses out of that. No real bonuses out of the Tunic of Time. And so I do plan on doing those. You can only use them once a day. And so we're just going to have a section in the Let's Play where we just activate the amiibos real quick and see if we get them. Once we get the items that I listed, so the Tunic of Time, the Legs of Time, and the Hat of Time, I think is what it's called, and then the bridle. Oh, I didn't even see what that was. Oh, cool, Claymore, 2-hander. Once we get those items, then I'm just gonna stop doing the amiibo stuff because it is kind of cheating. I will be taking the items that come from it, like the meat and I think the other one comes with mushrooms. And the Ocarina of Time one does have the big Goron sword, which I'll probably take that one too, just because why not? It's not like we're going for any kind of record or anything like that. It's not like I'm concerned of lessening the game by having these items. And of course I did. So after we get out of this shrine, we'll probably activate the 2 for the day, and I'll probably just have them at the beginning of each episode where I just quickly activate them and then go on with the rest of the episode. I really would like some more stamina. Cool. And go. It's just... I was debating whether to do another bomb or not, but yeah, whatever, we'll just do that. And we'll skip this as soon as we can. There we go. Thank you for the Spirit Orb. We have 2 now. Oh, and so every 4 Spirit Orbs you do get the choice of hearts or stamina, but there's going to be moments in the game where I'm going to be kind of far away from an altar to pray to get those. And so one of the things that I've, not really a rule, but more like a guideline, is to not get out of my way to go and upgrade them. And just kind of do it whenever I run into like whenever I get to a city, if I know I have enough orbs, I'd be like, cool, let's just go do this real quick, and then from there we'll... Should I even get these guys? Come on. You can't get on there, can you? Oh, but you're gonna throw rocks at me. Fine. You can use your sword. And your shield, actually. Oh, I don't want your arm. Let's drop... oh, this one's almost dead anyway. Loco Club. What kind of weapons can I drop? They're all the same. I'm gonna try to keep a torch with me at all times, because I've run into instances where I really could have used a torch. In fact, in my Master Mode game, I went so long without a torch because I really needed one. Alright, well, I know there's a guy here, so I'll just let him activate and run away from him. Or should I just try it one more time? Let's try it one more time. There we go. There's a horn. What about the... Nope, no more of those. Yeah, so if you defeat them, you just get more items out of it, which is nice. Nice to have. This might be a Korok for all I know. Oh, cool. It's a rupee. There's going to be a moment where I'm going to go up to the mountains over where the Vomito is. Oh, this isn't the right way. And I'm going to go to this place called Pondo's Lodge, where he has a bowling game. And I'll show you guys the game, but then after that it's pretty much just going to be grinding to get more money. My goal is getting about 20 to 30,000 rupees, and that should allow me to buy any armor that I want at that point, and also activate all the fairies, which you'll see can cost quite a bit of money. Just to get the whole money aspect of the game out of the way, because it can be kind of a grind sometimes. Did he really find me? Really? You got bees chasing you and you come find me? Come on. Ah, crap. I dodged the wrong way. Alright, come on. Sometimes there's like bugs you can get from inside of the grass. Oh, this guy's coming back. Oh yeah, another thing. These guys don't recover health. Come on. In Master Mode, they recover their health, so you're always just constantly beating these guys down. Let's see, we're at 50 minutes. I think we should be able to just knock out this encampment first, and then we'll call it a day for now. Oh, but first, let's go ahead and activate the amiibo. Where's amiibo? There we go. Use amiibo. Okay. Alright, so let's do the amiibo right now, since there's nobody around. Except for squirrels. So, I'll get the Tunic of Time first, hopefully. It'd be awesome if we get in first shot. Yeah, so this one drops a bunch of meat, which is always nice to have. And basically you just get them throughout the world. There's so much meat available. Okay, Traveler's Claymore. I mean, it's a high level compared to where I am now, so I may as well take it. So, not today. We'll try tomorrow. And then let's try the Rider Link. These are all the mushrooms. Nice to have. And let's see. Alright, fire arrows. Those are also nice to have. Alright, so now let's go and take these guys out. Oh crap. I probably should have snuck up on that guy. So those beetles can, you can get some good stuff by selling it to beetle. Shit. Oh, there's a lizard. Those lizards are good things to have as well. Okay, how can I exploit these guys? This early in the game, there's always like some sort of exploit you can use on them. I could just try going in. There we go. That was quick and easy. Oh, wow, I still have this out. So let's go to this guy. Oh, this is a dual-hander, though. I like single-handed weapons. Oh. Alright, that's good. Get some steak. Let's see what's in here. Throwing spear. Let's get rid of something and get a spear instead. Just to have some variation. Because you never know when you need to throw something at someone. And those were bees, but I just killed them with my bomb. So. Ooh, speaking of bombs, that's a good thing to have. That's the thing about love about this game is you can really climb anything you want. Alright. Let's go to this guy's house now. And then what we'll do is we'll just prep for the end of the episode. For the next episode, in which we will go up that mountain. Is that a beetle? No. We will go up that mountain, climbing, and yeah, we'll do that. Oh, no, I don't want to read that. So basically this diary, what it does is it, why can't I get this pepper? There we go. It tells you that if you cook a certain mix of materials, you can get something to keep you warm. So we're going to do that later. Don't really need a pot lid. There is, right there, a lizard. These lizards will help with armor sets, upgrading the armor on, I believe it's the climbing gear. I could be wrong on that. Alright. There's just a lot of stuff out here. Let's just, oh no, I scared him. one of these birds. Traveler's bow is badly damaged. Great. Cool. Oh yeah. Duh, I forgot. There's a Korok around here. There's so many of those guys everywhere. Oh, and then I dropped that axe and grabbed another one basically because I'm really stingy about the usage of my items. And one of the items that I try to carry around all the time is the axe. And so if I find one that's brand new, I'd rather use that than use the existing one I have, because then it makes it so they last longer for me. When it comes to like stuff that's badly damaged like this, if I come across another bow and it's of the same caliber or better, I'll just drop this one even though it's still not expired yet, just because that's just how I play, I guess. So go ahead and wrap this episode up right now. Let's see, we got 2 of the shrines done. We got some material. We have the central guidelines of the game that I've set myself, my own restrictions. And next is we climb up this to get to that shrine. Oh yeah, this is the first time I've ever gone to the map. So we'll go here, get that shrine. After that, we'll make our way up to Mount Hylia to grab the Warm Dew Blade. This will require me to cook some food for anti-cold. So we'll have to do that in the next episode as well. And then after that, we head over to the last shrine to grab, I forget which one that one is, the last rune. And after that, we get instructions from the old man to go somewhere else and on to the next part of the game. So that's it. We'll catch you guys in the next one.